Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. And in Dale, Indiana and Crisney, Indiana, there are branches of the Lincoln Heritage Public Library, and they've got activities throughout the month of November. And joining us in the studio is Lynn Mehringer, who will be telling us about those events. Lynn, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's neat that you have events every month you have sort of special events going on. And let's start running down the events that you have. And I guess we'll break this down maybe in Dale, and then we'll talk about Crisney. Is that the best way maybe to do this?
That would be great.
Let's talk about the events that are going on in Dale.
Okay. In Dale, November 14th, that's a Thursday, from 6 to 7:45, we have our Writers and Readers Forum. That's for the public, anybody who wants to come in and talk about their writing, do some writing, and also illustrations and artwork, anything that has to do with publishing. That is what we'll be doing at that time. We have a Dale Friends meeting Tuesday evening, November 19th. That begins at 6 p.m.
Okay, if I could stop you there.
Yeah.
What is the Dale Friends? That is Friends of the Library?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and what sort of things do they do through the year?
Oh, through the year they do volunteer work for the library. They do volunteer work to raise money for their group, and those funds in turn they use to help with the library with programming and supplies for the library, etc. They just finished their book sale for this year, and they had a very successful book sale.
Who can join? Is it Friends of the Dale Library, or what is it?
They do. Dale has a friends group, and Crisney also has a friends group, and they both do the same thing for their locations. Okay. And
it's open to anybody that would like to join?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I didn't mean that. I just thought that I'd like to find out who the Dale Friends are.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have Craft Company coming up.
Yes, Craft Company will be Thursday, November 21st, from 6 to 7:45 p.m., and that's at the Dale location. At Crisney, it will be Tuesday, November 12th at the same time, 6 to 7:45.
Okay.
Both of those events, Craft Company is an open house setup for people who do crafts or artists, and they can attend to work on projects. It's hard to find time and space sometimes, and also it's a good time to meet folks that you can trade ideas and hints and things like that. So it's kind of an open house for anybody who's interested in crafts or artwork. Okay,
now you use the word crafts, and to me sometimes that is I don't mean to stereotype, but I will. That's mostly women, it seems. But there's guys that could come too.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. The fellas, they're welcome to come and share their skills and interests, because we have gentlemen in the area that do all sorts of types of crafts as well.
Okay, and I brought that up because you kind of had that highlighted here.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that men know that they're allowed to go to that.
Definitely.
Okay, and if you would continue with you said stories and more. I don't know if we touched on that. Or
yeah, our children's programming for November, we have for ages 3 to 6 years old, we have Stories and More. That's held Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9:30 to 10:15 in the morning, and there are afternoon sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday from 1:30 to 2:15 p.m. We have an evening session for our families that, the parents work or, just can't get there during the day. So we have an evening program called Family Stories and More for ages 1 through 5th grade, and that's held on Tuesday evenings from 5:30 to 6 p.m. And then for the younger ones, and we're talking 1-year-old to 3-year-olds, they have Short Stories and More. That's held on Thursdays from 9:30 to 9:50.
Okay, and who does the readings, storytelling? You do some of that?
Once in a great while, I am allowed.
I'm not sure how you keep the attention of a 1 to 3-year-old, but
yeah, they're fun. They
Yes.
really are. They really are. To continue with our children's programming for November, we have Lego Layout for ages 3 to 6th grade. That will be Thursday, November 14th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. It's a good, fun program for after school, and everybody loves Legos anyways. Mm-hmm. There will be a Hunger Games party Thursday, November 21st from 5:30 to 7 p.m., and that's for 7th through 12th grade school. For a Hunger Games party.
And Hunger Games, that was a famous movie that came out a couple of years ago, I think, but people don't realize that was really based on a book series.
Yes, it was.
Young persons, a young adult, adolescent.
Yes, and the second movie in that series is coming out shortly, I believe this winter, and Catching Fire, I believe.
Okay.
But anyways, it's still popular. It's very popular, that book series.
And you know, maybe sometimes the movies will turn us on to reading books, even though they were books before they were movies.
Right, right.
Okay, and Saturday cinemas.
Saturday Cinema, that is our Saturday program. It will be November 16th. It begins at 10:30 to 12 p.m. and it's a movie for ages 3 years to adult. So pretty well everybody can come and enjoy themselves on that Saturday morning to watch a movie.
Okay. Now talk about things that are specific to the Chrisney Library, Chrisney branch.
Yeah, we had mentioned the craft company, and also right now we have a veterans tree that we have up at our Chrisney location. And that will be up through November 22nd. We have invited the public to place decorations or ornaments, mainly pictures of their loved ones that had been served in the military, or is even currently serving in the military. And we have pictures from World War I, all wars that have come and gone, and the public has really enjoyed it. The folks have come in and they'll look at the pictures and try to guess who it is without seeing the name. And it's been very interesting, and it's it's really quite an honor to look at those pictures and think of those folks, what they did when they were young.
That's a nice way to honor vets in a different way at the library. And maybe for folks who go to the library to bring that home to them.
Yes, yes, it is.
And we've run through a lot of events that are going on in November, and every month, I guess the events kind of change.
Yes, they do. Did I mention our Food for Fines program?
Let's talk about that. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. The Food for Fines program.
Yes, that just began. We're running that through the whole month of November. Food for Fines program, the public, we are accepting food donations for the North Spencer Community Action Center Food Bank throughout the month of November. And the public can bring in non-perishable, unexpired food items or even monetary donations, and it will go to the food bank. The addition to this is that for library customers who happen to have been late a time or two and have some of those late fines, for every item that they donate, they will get $1 taken off for their fines.
Oh, so if you are a little delinquent in your book returns, you can...
We're going to fix that.
All right. Libraries, who is using libraries? And who would you like to see use the libraries more?
Oh, everybody. I would love to see everybody in the library. There's just something for everybody there. And you see all ages. And school students are there, they're doing homework and things like that. And folks come in, they travel while, in their car for work or anything like that, and they'll get their books on CDs. And grandparents bringing in their kids for these story times that we just talked about. And you just see everybody, all ages, all walks of life, and that's what we're there for.
What might be the one library service that people don't realize is available and they should take advantage? You just mentioned books on CDs, and when you're going on a trip, get a book. And
yeah.
I wouldn't have thought about going to the library and doing that.
I guess the one thing that I like to promote the most to everybody is that whatever age you are, you can enjoy any part of the library. Don't limit yourself. I have to read adult books. The adults, I have to read a certain children Lexile type of book or anything like that. But you can find anything you need at the library, and I invite folks when I can, especially the adults, that they can go to the picture books. I read the picture books myself, and they're just so enjoyable. And bring the kid out and yourself once in a while.
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's good. Well, Lynn, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
The Lincoln Heritage Library, located with branches in Dale and Chrisney, offers a great service to the community. Make sure that you're taking advantage of it. And if you don't have a library card, get yourself a library card. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's free.
Are they really cards? Still?
We still have cards, yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Lynn. Our guest has been Lynn Mehringer with the Lincoln Heritage Public Library branches in Dale and Chrisney. We thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.